You watch the Westjet video? Nah, because I'm actually curious to what Westjet has to say to like Oh, this is actually pretty interesting.
Matter.
Well,
Florescent
wait for Connor.
responds to the allegations, and oh boy. Oh my god. You know,
1.25
isn't exactly a lucky number, but I digress. And all of the writing is corroborated with all of these like texts and all of that stuff, and this evidence that Florescent
1.25 or normal?
Response to the allegations made last week. I tried to run this through AI, and even the AI said that this content may violate our usage policies.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Before I delve into the content that was recently released about me, I would like to deny that there's been any sort of essay between me and Brick. I want to preface that my relationship with Brick was extremely toxic from both ends. A back and forth that included many instances of controlling, guilt-tripping, and manipulation. I wanted to write this doc in my perspective on the events that occurred, providing clarification and additional insight with evidence of Brick's self-destructive behavior and instability. Exploring immediate legal assistance, that was a lie. Ain't no lawyer telling you to make a 13-page document. I haven't done this much reading since school, but just because I respect my audience and your time, I unironically will read it. And no, I won't put it into AI and ask it a one-word answer saying who's more responsible. Alright, trolling aside, let's get into it. Everything that occurred was extremely personal to me, and I never thought my private life would be aired out so publicly. All the events present had taken place when I was still a minor, starting all the way back to when I was 13. Damn. It gotta be the chemicals in the water, man. When I was 13, I was playing like Pokemon Diamond. Like, what are these kids doing these days? Sexual assault allegations. Past week has been a huge learning experience for me. The allegations pushed away a lot of people I thought I was close to, and I am grateful that I was fortunate enough to talk to some of my closest friends. The team didn't even wait for a response and cut ties immediately. They were able to help me see if my behavior in the past was wrong, hurtful, or manipulative. Thank you to the people who have reached out and or helped fully open my eyes. Anything bolded and quoted was taken verbatim from Brick's original documents that I would like to highlight.
If you're the Shopify rebelling people, do you like instantly say something like they did, or do you just like wait for everything to come out? I don't know. But you wait, right?
And debunk, and then Florescent begins to debunk the initial statement from Brick. I'm gonna be a broken record, and I don't care. Why did you use the name Brick? It's literally making it twice as hard to take seriously. I feel like if you named yourself Chicken Jockey, I would have taken it more seriously. I'll do the voice changer for Brick.
I recall trying to break up with her after finding lewd photos of other women on her phone, but she refused to leave my house.
A couple months into our relationship, Brick would go through my phone while I was asleep without any prior consent or knowledge. There were not any lewd messages or pictures saved into my camera roll, aside from fan art that could have suggestive imagery or poses. I never had any intentions, I just enjoyed the art itself. What Brick is referencing is towards my Twitter bookmarks, which at the time contained some cosplayers who had been in suggestive poses. Looking through your partner's phone while they're sleeping, ain't no bueno in my book, but holy preschool level drama. Like, what's next? They removed my initials from their Instagram bio that said we were dating, and that made me really upset. And again, I'm not making jokes about the story, I'm just saying, these are kids. Don't hold them to the same standard as adults. When I woke up, she locked herself in the washroom, refusing to talk to me and pushing me away without reason, to which I responded by sitting outside and eventually going home after waiting for about half an hour. When I returned home, she told me she was unhappy with what she found, and I proceeded to remove everything from my bookmarks and told her I would not do it again, which I did not, and this issue was never brought up again. Well, clearly Florescent never consulted a lawyer, because language like this, pushing me away without reason, is, you know, you guys see what we're dealing with here. You know, one party's claiming it's the goonicide, and the other person says it's nothing.
Another time I tried to break up with her for cheating on me with her friend. Ava was 16.
Wait, so I don't know that goonicide mean. Like, that guy was gooning in the drive-thru, like, actually?
16 at the time, and her friend was in her 20s, according to her, and Ava called my mom crying and begging to talk to me.
This incident also occurred the first few months into our relationship, where Brick had gone through my phone again while I was asleep yet again. She saw text between me and my friend, who I'll just call B, where we were catching up casually. Brick's accusations towards me cheating on her led me to permanently block my friend throughout our relationship. I just wanted to clarify that I have never cheated on Brick and wanted to clear up any assumptions towards this friend. In terms of calling Brick's mom, it was a habit that formed throughout our relationship when she would refuse to communicate with me and block me out of nowhere constantly.
Okay, why is Westjet reading like this, bro?
Crying,
he's actually throwing me off.
Unblocked, as I lived around an hour drive from her without a means of transportation other than Uber. This just shows immaturity. Real ones use Lyft. Riddle me, sir.
How much is a 1 hour Uber? Bro, it has to be like $200, no? That's insane. 80? No way, an hour, chat? A 1 hour Uber is a lot, bro.
surprised. Teenagers
The
are
good part is
toxic
coming. What
and
is the good part?
stupid? Whoa, mind blown. But hey, this is what I've been waiting for. Fake pregnancy and protection.
Oh my god, this part.
The fighting truly began to pick up when Ava accused me of lying about being pregnant.
Wait, so does he have okay, wait. Is there a dick? Wait, I thought once you're transgender, there's no more dick.
Only in VCT gay changers can a woman get a woman pregnant. Sound logic.
So she's like, okay, one sec. So, okay, how do I not get canceled, bro?
Florescent's supposed to be a woman who's dating women, so by definition, Florescent is gay. But gay people can't have children, so how does it make any sense? To start off this topic, I'd like to address the protection issue, especially since Brick and I were 15 and 16 at the time. I have never pressured Brick about unprotected sex throughout our relationship, and I have had no issue suggesting using protection if she felt uncomfortable at any given point. However, 5 days after the first time we had sex, she stated, one sec.
I can still get pregnant if you pull out. If it happens once we start wearing protection, lol. And risking pregnancy for this is so funny, sorry.
When she said both of these things, I assumed it was okay with her.
For this is so funny, sorry.
When she said both of these things, I assumed it was okay with her not to use protection at the time. The same conversation surrounding utilizing protection arose on August 21st, when Brick suggested we should start using protection.
Let's play. I didn't even get it. I didn't hear it. What?
Without hesitation, and I
didn't hear anything. Mr. Lego Man, thank you for the prime.
Understood the consequences that would mainly affect her, and I did not want to hurt her in any way. Yo, any trans people watching, you want to educate me on this? Is Florescent like stealing your valor on the low? Like, can y'all get pregnant or something? Genuinely, I thought non-binary was like the closet term regarding anything mental, and like if you're trans, you're actually, you know, transitioning, like taking like estrogen, maybe getting a surgery. Why did you not have sex with condom this time, pal? I mean, you never asked. Also, I don't have any, but if you want to, we can. Genuinely,
okay, yeah, we gotta address that right there. Like, what should I, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, that shit, we gotta put that shit in the vault, gang, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I'm an avid supporter of you, but I'm gonna start reporting your videos, bro. Real soon, bro. You're gonna get Shazammed. Matter of fact, you're gonna get Shanks, bro. You're gonna get Shanks, bro. Me and my entire community, we will be reporting this video, bro. If you do not take it down in 24 hours or give me 50% of the revenue, bro, expect to get DMCA'd. Go.
What are they even talking about? In regards to the fake pregnancy, the initial situation arose around late October 2023 when Brick told me her stomach hurt. She then proceeded to send a positive pregnancy test, which had me extremely worried as I had just turned 17 and I did not know what to do. Sending a fake pregnancy test is kind of crazy.
Bro! I was 19. That wasn't even me, bro. That wasn't even me.
Brick never told me that she was not pregnant. I had to find out a week later because I saw her texting a friend about how I thought she was pregnant. After that, Brick berates me saying common sense would tell you the pictures aren't mine, and then I asked for the tests, indicating I hadn't taken any and probably should because I'm incredibly worried. I did not want to second guess her because I wanted to trust her, and I did not think that she would send me a random picture off the internet. And ruh-roh, Raggy, look, a pregnancy test. Is that real? Yes. Did you take 2 or do you only have 1? No, only 1. When I see you tomorrow night, can we get 2 more and see, okay? Are you okay? I love you. These texts sort of exonerate.
Okay, bro. Okay, what the fuck is this? Shit is actually weird, bro. What shit? You're dead ass weird as. Ow! 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 Ow, bro. Fuck you, what's that?
Florescent in a way, and I don't even know why I'm still using this Shanks footage. If Shanks is watching, fuck you. JK, I love Shanks, but Tenz was right. Lamau. I like how I find out it's not even your picture through DMs with someone. You told me you didn't tell anyone because I nice one.
We're reporting this guy, bro.
You kept repeating that when I thought you knew. Like, how am I supposed to understand?
That was not right!
No,
he wasn't fucking right.
I don't care. You don't lie to someone about a pregnancy test.
Fact!
Events leading up to January 2020.
Sorry, I'm actually sorry.
On December 25th, 2023, after a month of no contact, Ava drunk texted me trying to argue with me. The argument was going all the same way as all the previous arguments. When I told her I didn't care about her anymore, her response was that I would always love her.
Breaking no contact was a message saying leave me alone because she sent me a follow request on TikTok. Oh my. She messaged me first the next day while matching PFPs with Carrie. Oh no. If you guys don't remember, Carrie was the initial person.
5,000 people watching here. Are we all brain dead? Don't say we, bro. You're brain dead. I'm not brain dead. The fuck?
Person who exposed Florescent and leaked the first kind of expose talking on behalf of Brick.
Bro, honestly, bro, this is like Valorant has so much drama right now. This is like a reality TV show, bro. Like, like this is what I needed, bro. Like, fuck it, bro. I don't know. If nothing happens in the next couple months, I might just rip it too, bro. I'll be the star of the show.
Was this a love interest? Oh. Again, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. To me, it's a he said, she said story. I'm not saying the allegations are true, and I'm not saying they're false. Credit where credit is due. Florescent's documentation is insane. We even see the Indian National Exhibition tickets they got. We even see the Uber they were taking and, like, the map. Like, this is crazy. When ChatGPT AI is a robot that says your empathy is low and you have no acknowledgement of how the day might have felt for Brick, you know you gotta start taking lessons from
Can we bring all these people in the house and record everything? Okay, Heron. What in the Diddy is Heron saying right now? Heron, calm down, Heron. Alright, I don't know. Hair Diddy's tripping, bro. He's saying no, not like that. Hey Diddy, calm down, hey Diddy. DMA Diddy. DMA Diddy. DMA Diddy.
Dubs and learning some empathy. And don't worry, fellas, the AI ain't making my opinions. I'm much more transphobic.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
January 3rd allegations. Firstly, even though I've said it before, I want to preface this by saying I did not engage in non-consensual sex with Brick.
With that woman.
But despite not wanting it, I still opted to go and get it over with because I just wanted to be with her.
I explicitly told her that I didn't want to get back together, and if we saw each other, we would just have I'm sorry, I ain't reading this to y'all. Like, it's genuinely disgusting. Dude, I don't need descriptive graphic detail on what happened here.
I actually read that yesterday. I don't know why I read that yesterday.
This is just gross. We got into my room. She let me change her phone and gave me the password she had at the time. Then we started making out. I asked the AI to put it in Fortnite terms, and she landed at my base around 9:35 a.m., dropped her phone pass like loot, and we queued up 3 full matches, all consensual. No damage pings, no storm warnings. She never hit the no emote. First 2 rounds she was leading. Third I took high ground. After we logged off, she messaged from the reboot van saying she missed the squad. The only reason I even did that is because, quite frankly, without the Fortnite terms, it's a pretty grueling read, and I don't think I can do it on YouTube. So, you know, read it with your own discretion here. Again, this situation isn't exactly funny, and quite frankly, I've been working on this video for 3 or 4 hours, and it's pretty dark, and I think I'm just, like, coping and trying to, like, make it less, you know, dark. Like, 2023, they're children, and I'm reading stuff like partial screenshots from the suicide baiting incident, you know, 13 reasons why. Wait, 13 pages why. Florescent addresses some old tweets claiming they were like 13 to 15 at the time, and I genuinely don't care about statements made from 2 ex-girlfriends. Why in the world would you ever care about what somebody's ex-girlfriend has to say about them? Like, predominantly it'll probably be negative, especially if the relationship ended in that way. Florescent, you're fumbling the bag. Nobody cares about any of these people. Who is this bum Mika? I don't care, and like, I don't need any proof that they're bums or you were dumb. Like, nobody cares about any of this garbage. Finally, the meat and potatoes addressing Brick. From here on, I'm done responding and quoting Brick's statements, and anything below here are things that I've...
Alright, I just have to stop the video and ask, does anybody know the song? Like this piano song? It sounds so like beautiful, bro. Well, listen again.
Here on, I'm done responding and quoting Brick's statements.
OSC, please send me it.
And anything below here are things that I have personally experienced within our relationship. I am willing to admit my faults towards contributing to the toxicity throughout the relationship, but I want to express how Brick's actions towards me and her self-image of a powerless victim is untrue.
I agree.
In 2024, I was getting harassed and threatened by both Brick and her friends, which deeply affected my daily life because I was rid with anxiety and paranoia, worried that at any given moment my personal information would be spread on the internet. Again, does not exonerate Florescent from any of the allegations. We're not in a court of law. We're on the Jet West YouTube channel, arguably more important. Maybe Florescent's retarded team can take notes because, holy,